Welcome to a new way. He has put you on a new journey. Hold close to him and follow what he says. Sent the final prophet Muhammad to mankind a mercy.
In alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulallah. I want to welcome everybody to our first class for tonight, which is our Aqidah class. And we are studying from the book entitled Get to Know Your Lord. And again, this book is written by Sheikh Kareem. No, not Get to Know Your Lord. This is Diluting El Wella Well Better, Volume 2. And this book, the whole series is written by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. And I strongly, strongly encourage everyone to go to Amazon.com. This whole series should be a part of every English speaking Muslim's library, because I have not seen any series that details the meaning of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah in detail as Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid has done in this series. So much so that this is now part of the Sunnahfollowers curriculum. So you need to buy all 3 of the books, because we'll be teaching it over and over and over again here at Sunnahfollowers. When I'm done with this, we'll go back to the book, Get to Know Your Lord, which is the first of the series, so we can re-examine what it means to believe in Allah. So the book is $19.99. Please purchase it. All the money that you spend buying these books will go to help keep Safa'USA.org, which is an online Islamic school from grades kindergarten through 12th grade, accredited school that Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid has put together. You'll be able to keep the tuition down, inshallah, so you can homeschool your children, because nowadays we're living in a world where it's just not safe anywhere. You know, and by the way, my class, The Signs of the Last Hour, that will be tonight. And remember, one of the signs of the last hour is trust will disappear from the heart of man, to the point where you will not be able to find any Muslim who's trustworthy, any Muslim who you can trust your property with. That's what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. He said you'd have to travel to a different city in a different place altogether to find someone that you can trust and trust your property to. And your children are part of your property. And we have a terrible, terrible, terrible epidemic going on here in the West. It's going on in the East too. It's been going on there. But I can speak about America. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said we Muslims would imitate the non-Muslims in everything they do. Just like you send your non-Muslim child to the Catholic school, and you find out that your children are being molested, sexually molested by the priest. Well, that's happened here for us in America too. We have so many reports. I personally have many women who have come to me in my website and have told me how their children and they entrusted their children to go to a Muslim school, thinking that they would be better there than in the Kafir school. And they find out that the children were molested or abused, degraded, bullied, just as bad as if they had been in the Kafir school. So what was the difference? The child is seeking therapy. The child is messed up for life. So we're living in those days of fitan that lead up to the war against Islam, which is happening now anyway. So I'm telling you guys, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it would be so bad that the best thing you can do is take your property and go to a mountain, live alone by yourself on a mountain somewhere. Well, I put in there homeschooling your children. And then even in our homes, our children are not 100% safe because we got a lot of molestation going on inside the homes too. But as far as seeking an education, your home is better for you. So please buy these books because that money will help to keep the tuition low at safausa.org, which is an international online homeschool, where your children can get a secular education and also learn aqeedah, learn what it means to believe la ilaha illallah in the comfort and safety of their home with you. You parents, you women, there to protect them. That's your job. As a Muslim woman, it's your job to protect your children. Your job to protect your children. Just like it's your husband's job to protect you, it's your job to protect them. And another one of the signs of the last hour, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said gender roles will become reversed. Women will end up taking on the role of men. And that's what's happening. You're working. You're out making money. You shouldn't be working. Stay at home with your children to teach them this religion and protect them. Let your husband work. Let him work 10 jobs if he has to, because that's what he was created to do. The man was created to provide and maintain. If y'all need more money, you need 2 incomes, go get 2 jobs, Aki. One of the, I order Starbucks every day to be delivered because I don't have the time, y'all know, to go out and buy it because I'm always teaching or streaming. Today, when I ordered my Starbucks, a man brought it to me, you know. I opened the door. Thank you. He said, oh, assalamu alaikum, Sister Laila. How are you? I said, oh, wa alaikum salam. You're Muslim. He said, yes. He said, I love your classes. He said, I listen to you. Wife used to work. He said, my wife, wallahi, he told me this today. My granddaughter was here. He said, my wife used to work and I know what's going on. I know what's going on in the Muslim schools. He said, not just in Texas. He said, right here. I said, where we live? He said, right here. He said, so I told my wife to quit her job and she quit. I told her, you stay home. You stay home with the children. He said, and I already signed up for Kareem Abu Zaid. He knows Kareem Abu Zaid because Kareem Abu Zaid has been here giving lectures. And they got flyers here. One of the masjids where I live, Masjid Uqba, they're always passing out flyers, advertising his homeschool too. He said, I got a flyer from Masjid Uqba. He said, and I told my wife, called them. We're trying now. He said, I signed my kids up for Safa USA. He said, it's not just Texas. He said, it's right here where we live too. He said, you can't trust your children with anyone. And then he told me, thank you, Sister Laila, for speaking out. He said, thank you, Sister Laila, for speaking out. And then he reached in his pocket, guys, and he gave me a $20 bill. I said, excuse me, what's this for, Aki? He said, I'm paying for your Starbucks for you, because I always order 2. I said, wait a minute, I already paid for it. He said, for the next one, your next 2 are on me. He said, but thank you. Thank you, Sister Laila, for speaking about this problem that other Muslims don't want to speak about. He said our children are not even safe in the Muslim schools. He says it's happening everywhere, not just in Texas, even here where I live. A child ain't safe no more, guys. You sisters, you know, we have to stop getting things twisted. Don't get it twisted. That's one of the signs in the last hour. The gender roles will be reversed. Women taking on the role of men. You sisters got to stay home, take care of those kids, monitor those kids. That's one of the rights that the children have on you. One of the rights that the children have over the parents is to be protected. You're failing your children. And then you hear years later when your child is 20 years old and left Islam, and yet then one day you ask them, why did I raise you Muslim? And they tell you I was being molested. You sent me to this Muslim school and this teacher was sexually molesting me. And I was afraid to tell you. Or I tried to tell you, but you were busy working overtime. You were too busy arguing with Abu. You know, we have to get back to the basics of Islam, guys. The traditional Islam. You sisters, y'all got to stay at home. If you want to get a job, work from home. Take up medical coding and billing. Let me give you sisters a clue. A good profession that pays good money. You can start off making $75,000 a year here and end up making over $100,000 is medical coding and billing. And it's an online course. It only takes 2 years. 2 years to get that certificate in medical coding and billing. They will give you a computer and everything, and you work from home. You only have to go to a meeting once a month. Once a month. So if you sisters want to work, that's a good profession to learn. Medical coding and billing. And you can work from home. That's what my girls are doing. The ones that are not nurses. And I always tell you women, become a nurse. Because a nurse can work from home too. A nurse you can make your hours however you want. The nursing field is so whatever. And they need nurses, and they're going to always say you can make your schedule however you want it to be. Where that way you can protect your children. We have to think about it as Muslim women. Our job is the children. The prophet said every one of us is going to be asked about those who we were guardians over. You are the guardian over your husband's property and his children. You don't fail your kids, sisters, because you're trying to chase this dunya. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said all these calamities that befall us as a ummah will be because we're too busy chasing this dunya. All right. So please buy the book. All the books of Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd. Don't be a cheapskate and go for an online copy. First of all, an online copy is not the same as holding it in your hands. You guys know there's nothing like touching a book, feeling a book, smelling the papers, being able to turn it. You can't replace that with a telephone or with a Kindle. Buy the books. Make them a part of your library so you can sit down with your children and discuss what belief in Allah entails. And they can see it and hold it in their hands. As human beings, we're motivated and driven by our senses: touch, feel, taste, and sight. Don't understand that? The more senses that we use, the more motivated we become and the better benefit we get from whatever the thing is. Everybody understand that? And so today what we're going to do in this class, yesterday we spoke about how every day of our lives as a Muslim is going to be spent either showing allegiance to Allah and his prophet and this religion, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or distancing ourselves from what's going to stand between our relationship with Allah, the prophet, and this religion. And we talked yesterday about how Allah tried to help us in that with those 5 pillars. The second pillar being the prayer. Why is it that we Muslims pray 5 times a day? Allah spaced those prayers perfectly, strategically, for a reason, so that we never forget our purpose in life, that we never become too consumed with this dunya, that we forget what our roles are as husband, our roles are as wives. Those prayers are strategically placed throughout the day to allow us to glorify Allah, to praise Allah, to thank him for the good things that we experience during the day. And also to remind us of his punishment should we give in to our desires during the day. Well, today I'm going to give you another example, and this class is going to be very important, and I will make shorts of this. Today, we're going to speak about how even when it comes to our choices in eating, how we implement allegiance and disassociation. And I'm going to answer the question that many of you Muslims have. And I want y'all to pay attention because there will be a quiz after the day's lecture. What's the difference between halal and zabiha? We're going to talk about that because this is another issue. As the man who delivered my Starbucks today shared with me, he said, do you know, sister, in the community here, they're still arguing. They're still debating about what's lawful for us to eat in regards to the meat. And he asked me, he said, Sister Laila, I would love if you address that. My wife would love if you address that. I told him, well, subhanallah, that has already been addressed in the book, Diluting El-Wala Wa Better by Sheikh Karim Abu Zayd. He knows him because he's a member of the mosque that always brings Kareem here. I said, and I will be discussing it tonight. This is part of the curricula for tonight's class. I'm going to break down. I hope the brother's listening. I know he's door dashing because this man works 3 jobs. He's an engineer. Check it out. And he's an accountant. Check it out. He keeps the accounts for the mosque down the street. And he's a door dasher. He said he made his wife quit working. I live in a high class suburb. You know, the median here is what? What's the median here? Carmetta, what, 60, 70,000? The median here where you make is $70,000 a year on up. So this is high class. Oh, so you got to have 3 incomes. He made his wife quit working so she can be at home and homeschool her kids and teach them the deen. And he's working 3 jobs. Door dashing is one of them. And he keeps accounts, he say, with the mosque down the street. But anyway, I thought it was amazing that he asked me this question about what's halal and zabiha, because that's the class for today. So, brother, this is for you, and this is for your family. And may Allah bless you with the best of this world and the hereafter. And may Allah forgive you and your wife of your sins. Ameen. And I hope your wife is listening. I want her to know I am proud of you. That was a big sacrifice you made, because his wife's a professional, but she gave up her professional job to be at home with her children because of what's going on in the Muslim schools. Sad. So let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen. And may Allah bless you, bro. Oh, where was he from? He's Arabic. Oh, this sister lives here. Yeah, you know, a lot of Arabs live here in this city. Yeah, and this is my suburb. Yeah, yeah, you know which mosque. Yeah, she says she knows the mosque. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was Arabic. You know, it's a lot of them. A lot. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I am so proud. This is for all the Muslims here where I live that's listening. I'm so proud of you, brothers, because I notice when I do, because ever since I had my total knee replacement surgery, I don't go out shopping because if I got to buy a lot of stuff, I live up on the 3rd floor. I got to walk up 3 flights of steps. You know, that's too much for me. So if I got to have some intense, I need cat litter, cat food, that stuff is heavy. Toilet paper, Bounty and all that stuff. I DoorDash it. I Instacart. And I am so proud to see that a lot of the Instacarters are Muslim men here in my city where I live. And I'm proud of you brothers that you brothers are professionals, because I know what the median is of income here. Y'all professionals. This ain't no trailer park suburb. Ain't no hood. You brothers are DoorDashing and Instacarting to take care of your families. That's going to be a blessing for you on the day of judgment. And may Allah bless you, brothers, for that. I'm proud of y'all. Keep doing it.